Going guys, Nikki from ecomfromhome.com here. In this video I'm gonna share with you a call that I did on Skype. Arbitrage. That's what she does. She wants to get into online arbitrage, and I have her on Facebook, and we are going to do a live call together where I'm gonna explain whatever questions she has. I'm gonna answer her questions, and I'm just generally going to help her out the best I can. So obviously she can get going in, and that's about it. So I'm gonna record my screen. She knows that I'm recording the screen, and yeah, that's about it, guys. So thanks for watching. If you have any if you like videos like that, if you like seeing other people on my videos, um, obviously she's not my student or anything like that. I'm not a teacher. I don't teach stuff, but I'm gonna help her. And if you like videos like that, please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and also if you have any ideas or if you have any questions, if you need anything, just let me know in the comments down below. I'm gonna answer your questions. And if you want to jump on a call, that's absolutely fine, no problem at all. I'm not my time doesn't cost millions, so that's fine. Just comment down below, let me know, let's talk about it. Talk to you soon. Bye. Everyone, Nick D from ecomfromhome.com here, and today I've got a guest. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Inderpreet, and I've recently done retail arbitrage, and I'm really interested to scale my business up and to do online arbitrage now. So I just need help. I thought I can just have a conversation with you and know some answers.
Superb. Yes, of course you can. So let's get right into it. Let's start with the question. So, do you have a list or something, or what is it?
Yeah, I've got a list actually. I've got a few questions I need to ask you. The
Okay.
first one is how much cost do you think I'd need for like in a monthly, like if I have all the tools and everything when doing online arbitrage? So what is a fixed amount of money that I have to pay for the tools in a month?
Yeah, that's a great question. So, basically, um, obviously, that all depends from your starting capital. Yeah. So, for example, I pay for an accountant, two sourcing softwares, and prep center fees and all that stuff. So if you're just starting out, again, depending from your starting capital, um,
Yeah,
you're probably looking at £200 a month, because
two
you
hundred pounds.
yeah, because you're gonna spend half of it on a sourcing software, and then obviously you need to pay to the prep center. You need to pay Amazon the £30 fee. Yeah, the selling fee is £30 for a professional account, and
Yeah.
they're gonna take those from your Amazon balance, but it's still money from you. So you're looking at around £200 every single month. So yeah.
Okay. And what are the sourcing software that you use?
There are quite a few out there. So I use online arbitrage deals and source mogul. I use those two.
Uh-huh.
While they're very different actually. Source mogul is a sourcing software, while online arbitrage deals is a deal flow. So it's like new deal comes every few hours, and you don't spend time on sourcing and checking products because they're already checked by professional virtual assistants. And
Okay. Yeah.
there are two more. The other one is called FBA Wizard. This is one of the tools that I have used in the past, and it used to be very good. It costed £67 a month, but then the price jumped up to 97, I think it is right now, and they haven't made any changes to the software whatsoever. So it's like they just started charging more, and it's a good software, but it has a lot of mismatches nowadays, and a lot of people are complaining about it. So I can't say if it's good or not. It used to be, but I don't think it's that good anymore. but it still works. You'll still be able to find deals with FBA Wizard.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's the third one. And the fourth one is called Tactical Arbitrage. Now, Tactical Arbitrage is, again, a sourcing software like SourceMogul, like FBA Wizard. I think it's a bit more than £100 a month, which it's not cheap. And another thing about Tactical Arbitrage is that it doesn't scan stores, it can scan links. So basically, you need to give Tactical Arbitrage a link to scan. So it requires a bit more work from you. However, I think the results that it delivers are more accurate. As far as I'm aware, I don't use it. I've just tested it. It looked a bit. The UI is not very user friendly, in my opinion. Many people think otherwise, but that's the reason why I don't use it. But
sorry to interrupt you. What
yeah,
is the full form of UI?
sorry, say again.
What is the full form of UI? What is UI?
User interface. So
User interface.
user interface. So it's a bit complicated the way it looks, and although that's just my personal opinion, I can't say that it is. I don't think it is complicated, but I already have different softwares that I use, so I'm not looking for another one. But yeah, Tactical Arbitrage as a whole, it has very positive reviews and people are loving it. So it's definitely something that you might consider. Basically, all these softwares, all the softwares, they've got trial periods or money back guarantees. So you can try them out and see which one works the best for you.
Yeah. Okay. So which one do you think? Like SourceMogul is the best one out there, or the online arbitrage deals is the best one?
Well, none of them is the best one, to be honest. They all work pretty much the same. I use SourceMogul because it's quicker, so it delivers results quicker than FBA Wizard was really slow. So for example, if you start a scan and you scan 10 different retailers, it's gonna take 3 days to find the results with FBA Wizard. That's why I don't use FBA Wizard. It's too slow for me. SourceMogul is quicker, but there are a lot of mismatches as well. With online arbitrage deals, it delivers deals that are already checked by someone, so you don't need to double check them and all that stuff. But for example, sometimes it delivers deals with profit, let's say £3 to £4, while my overheads for running the online arbitrage business are higher than that. So a product like that is not good fit for me, and I can't change the product. I can't start a scan or anything like that. So you just you take what they serve you, and that's it. So that's one of the negative sides of online arbitrage deals. So they all have pros and cons. I've got an article on my blog where I compare them. I'll give you a link when we're done here.
Okay.
So I can't say I don't know which one is the best. For me, the best are online arbitrage deals and SourceMogul, but for you, it might be very different. So
Yeah, can be online arbitrage deals as well, because they're a bit higher actually. The online arbitrage deals, they're a bit higher in price.
yes. So they've changed their pricing just recently. It wasn't like that. But by the way, I think I've got a link where you can actually get it a bit cheaper. Because if the price is how much is it now? Is 97? I think it's 97 now.
Yeah.
Plus VAT, which is 20%. That makes it 120 or something like that. I've got a link, and you can get it for 67. Plus the VAT is gonna make it 100. So you're gonna save 20 quid or something like that. But yeah, it's not the cheapest. I think SourceMogul is the cheapest option. But again,
Google, they're giving it for Q4 about £57 a month, and then they're raising about 77 afterwards.
Yes, I think they've got something like that, which is good. If you jump now, you're gonna save 40 quid in the next 2 months or something like that. So they're all pretty much the same. The price wise, they're all pretty much the same. Only online arbitrage deals is slightly more expensive.
Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, the other thing I want to ask you is that, do I need to be self-employed in order to have a business or something? Because you said accountant, I need to hire an accountant. So,
Yeah. So now, first, everything I'm gonna say now is not to be considered as a advice. Obviously, you need to speak with someone who's professional. That will be just my opinion on things, and it all depends from your situation. You don't have to be self-employed to sell on Amazon. You can start selling now, but then at the end of the year, at the end of the financial year, you will have to obviously speak with an accountant, and an accountant needs to tell you what to do, because I can't give tax advice because I'm not 100% sure. I might give you misleading information or something. You need to speak with a professional. I pay to an accountant every single month, and I'm actually a bit overspending there, because having an accountant that's gonna do your bookkeeping and all your accountancy stuff is going to be more than 100 pounds a month. Because online arbitrage business model is so complicated, it's an accounting nightmare. Because you buy a product, so let's say you buy a single product and you buy 3 units of that product, and those 3 units will all sell at different prices. So that makes accounting really, really complicated, and that's why accountants charge more for Amazon sellers. And
right.
Yeah, so having a full-time accountant as an online arbitrage seller can be expensive, but the reason why I'm paying the price is just for my own peace of mind, so I know that everything's fine and there is someone that's taking care of that stuff. But you as someone that's just starting out, you can avoid doing that by all you have to do is just simply record every single time you buy something for your business, because that's a business expense, right? And then all you have to do is record every single transaction inside your Amazon account. It doesn't matter if it is in the UK or the EU. You need to record your transactions. Yeah, say it.
Yeah, we can record it in the Excel sheets, like what we are selling, what is the item price, and what is the cost price, and what is the FBA fee or something,
Yeah, so inside the membership there are free spreadsheets. You can download them inside the course that I gave you access. Did I give you access to it?
I can't see actually here.
That's fine. Check later. So you should have access. If you don't, I'll give you access. There are free spreadsheets, and basically one of the spreadsheets should be your buying sheet, where you record every single thing that you buy, but you don't just write the name of the product and the price. You write all your personal expense, all your business expenses, like you need to write your prep center fees and all that stuff. It's all in there, so it's ready. You just need to download it, and obviously you can make some adjustments if you have to. And so yeah, if you record all your transactions and everything that's going on with your business, then you probably can just at the end of the year pay an accountant to sort out everything for you, not pay a monthly fee, because it's gonna get expensive that way. But yeah, as a whole, I would suggest you registering a company instead of being how is it called, sole seller, or whatever the name is. Yeah, because if you register a company, so you will at some point contact different suppliers and manufacturers, for example suppliers, and you will ask them for have you got a price list and that kind of stuff. It looks better if you're trading as a company than anything else, and also being a company that will help you get ungated when you're trying to get ungated in different categories,
Mm-hmm.
You know, Amazon are more like, oh, this is a company, they're professionals, that kind of stuff. While if it is just you using your own name inside Amazon, it will look
Okay.
like you're
That's the
not
problem.
serious. So yeah, I think it's better to register a company, but obviously you need to double check with a professional, someone that can give you tax advice and all that stuff, just to make sure it's the right thing for you.
That's right. Yeah, okay. That's cool. What about the prep centers? What do you advise us for the prep centers? What prep centers we can use in UK?
Well, there are quite a few, and again, I think you can see them inside the membership area. Let me just double check if it's there. So inside that membership area, I'll make sure you've got access to it. And inside there, inside the membership area, there is a small list of 4 or 5 prep centers that I've got. Um,
Okay.
so I have used all of these. Let
Yeah.
me just have a look if it is inside. And so now the reality with the prep centers in the UK, yeah. So I have
Yeah.
used 4 or 5 different prep centers, and very few of them are actually good, to be honest. Now, right
Okay.
now, I'm using Easy Prep UK, and they're absolutely brilliant. You know what? I can't I can't keep up with them. You know, I can't send enough products. They're just so fast. And the thing is that with them, the moment they see that you've got enough products to be sent to Amazon, they're just gonna message you. They're gonna tell you, look, you've got enough for a shipment. Just send the labels, and that's it. They're really quick, very efficient. Now,
Okay.
the on the negative side, there are a bit more expensive, but it's worth it. It is worth it. Now there are other ones. Let me just see if it is here somewhere. Where is it? Sending inventory prep center should be here somewhere. So yeah, there you go. So you've got a little list. I've got 4 here. One is called FBA Prep UK. The other one is called
Uh-huh.
FBA Prep Company, Easy Prep UK, Direct to EU. And there are
Yeah.
even more. So there is another one. I can't remember the name. It's somewhere in Yorkshire. I'm gonna send you the name when we're done here. Um,
All right.
so it was a lady. I can't remember her name, but they were good. So I have used I have used around 5 prep centers, and 2 of
Yeah.
them. One is Easy Prep UK, which is very good, and there was another one that was okay, and the rest are, I don't know, really difficult
But
to work with. They're
I
just
I think the easy prep people they are like £57 a month, and they're quite expensive at the moment. If for the beginners, who are starting with the online arbitrage.
well,
So like for the cheap one, like
yeah, something cheaper. Well, you can start using direct to EU.
yeah, okay,
Yeah, so you can start using them, and eventually, when you grow your capital and you have more products in stock, then you can move to Easy Prep UK.
okay. But
Or if
price are good. Are they good in doing the business with
which one?
the direct to EU people?
Yeah, they're okay. The problem is that they don't. They communication is not good enough, and communication is what you need to be looking for, because they're a bit like you need to wait one day to reply to you and that kind of stuff, so they're not very quick, but they're okay to start with, okay, because you're not going to send that many products in anyway. So
Absolutely. Yeah.
in the beginning, every single one of the prep centers will do the work, will, because it's not you won't be sending that many products, but if you increase the amount of products that you send, um,
Yeah.
then obviously you will need a more reliable prep center.
All right. Okay. So the easy prep one is the best one in UK. You mean that?
Well, again, there is no best one. It's all about your personal preference. The one that I prefer is Easy Prep UK, yeah, but
Yeah.
you should try the rest as well, and just see which one works the best way for you, So you can start with direct to EU. Now that you're just starting out, you haven't got that many stock, so it's going to be okay. The problem is when you start sending like 50 units a week or something like that,
Yeah.
they struggle. So that's something that you need to keep in mind.
Right. Okay. That's a great piece of information. Thank you
That's
so
okay,
much.
no problem.
And okay, then we can have like, for example, source mogul first, and then we can have a prep center second. So it's gonna be about £100 or something, and then
Yes. So the other prep centers, except Easy Prep, they're like, I'm not sure if they even have a monthly fee. Direct to EU has a monthly fee, but it's very very low. So it's going to
I think
be
£9 something. Yeah.
around £100 a month. A
Yeah.
sourcing software and a prep center shouldn't be more than £100 a month.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. Okay. For example, just want to ask you, like, if I send about 50 units in a week, right?
Yeah.
And few of them doesn't sell at all. I've checked the demand, I've checked the bestsellers rank and everything. It was okay first, but now they're not selling anymore. So what to do with that loss? How we can what we can do for that items? That sold in
Well,
the.
basically, this is not a loss. There is no loss here. Now, if the products were sent to Amazon and they don't sell, they just stay there until they sell. So, obviously, there are monthly storage fees, but they will
Yeah,
be really low after Q4. So, there is pretty much no loss. And if the
right.
products seems like it's been selling a lot in the past, then it will probably sell again. So if you send 50 units every week, probably you're not going to sell all of them. Yeah, you're not going to sell all of them, but they will eventually sell. So basically, it's the way it works is like you just need to keep sending certain amount of units every single week, and you will be selling some of them, not all of them, but then next week they will sell. It is unpredictable. You can't predict what exactly is going to happen because it all depends from Amazon and their customers. So all you
Yeah,
can do is keep sending products, and in my opinion, you shouldn't be like spend all your money and then wait for the products to sell so you can return the investment. Yeah, you need to buy, let's say, even if you buy just one product every single day, 2-3 units a day, you need to
yeah,
keep sending stuff to the prep center and from the prep center to Amazon. Your products need to be moving all the time. Yeah, so you're buying all the time. Every single day you buy, let's say, 2-3 units if that's what you can afford, and then you send them, and then they travel to Amazon, and do that every day. And the most important thing is not to go really deep. Yeah, so for example, if you see a really good deal, yeah, amazing deal that you're gonna
yeah,
make £50 a sale, for example, and
yeah,
it looks like, oh, I'm just gonna buy 10 units of that and I'm gonna make £500. In most cases, try not to do that because something can go wrong, and
yeah,
you're gonna lose the money. So the best thing to
yeah,
do is buy 2, 3, 4, 5 units of every single product that you find. Don't go too
yeah.
deep, because if you go too deep, you can lose. So
Lose the money.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
so this is how it works. You need to go wide, not
The
deep. Yeah,
wider, not deep, but the wide, yeah, wide approach. Yeah,
yeah,
that's right.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So we can have a variety of different items rather than going for only one item.
Yes,
So
absolutely, yes. Because
yeah,
that way you're minimizing the risk. Yeah, if something goes wrong with one product, well, you have just spent £30 on it, so you're not going
yeah,
to lose that much.
yeah, yeah,
But
absolutely.
if you see a really good, because I have done that multiple times, because it's a bit of for example, I see a very good deal, really good deal, and I'm like, oh wow, this is amazing, I'm gonna buy 15-20 units of that. And when I do that, and
Yeah,
until the product reaches Amazon, the price has dropped significantly.
Right. Okay.
and my product reaches Amazon, and I've got two options: either to
Yeah.
sell at a loss, which is what
Yeah.
what you're gonna do if you need the capital back. Yeah, if you don't have enough capital, you will need the capital back, so you will have to sell at loss, or
Yeah.
you will have to sit and wait until the price goes up, which nobody knows when this is going to happen and if this is going to happen. So um,
Yeah.
just don't buy too many units of the same thing, except if this is a wholesale thing. So
Yeah.
if it is wholesale, and this is something that I have done a few times in the past, and for example, I see a product with a very high demand, like let's say Pampers products, baby wipes, that kind of stuff. They're in really high demand, so they're making like 500 sales a month, yeah. And
Okay.
and I see a really good deal that I'm gonna make, let's say, £5 a sale, and in this case, I might go deep, and I have actually done it. I bought 100 units in the past, and
Okay.
and it works. That's another way. Wholesale is another great way of selling, because you don't buy,
Yeah.
but it's riskier because you don't buy 2-3 units of loads of different products. You buy 100 units, 100 units of the
Yeah.
same product. But again, if the price tanks, if the price goes down, you will have to sit and wait or sell at loss.
Yeah. Right. Right. Do you know any links of that warehouse sale or something? Do you have any links that we can do warehousing from? You know,
Warehousing.
I mean to say, like we can buy from the warehouse, from the wholesale.
You mean wholesale as well? Um, I really don't, to be honest. So wholesalers in the UK are a bit hard to find, and in most cases, when you do find wholesalers,
Yeah.
their prices are actually more expensive than in the retailers, which is weird. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So it I can't help you with that. I haven't got any links. You can look online, but it's really difficult to find. I rarely manage to find something good in a wholesaler. Very rare.
Okay. So we can find only deals from the online and then do the arbitrage
Yeah.
from online. Yeah.
Yeah. So damn it, something's happening. Hello. How's it
Can you
going?
see me now?
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Okay. 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 There was some network problem or something.
That's okay.
So I just want to ask you one more thing. If I want to do this business from my home country, from India, is it possible to do online arbitrage from India, sitting in India?
So yeah, it should be possible, but you have to organize the whole thing very well. So, for example,
Yeah.
you need to register a company in the UK, um, and you have to have a return address. So basically, when a customer returns a product, um, it can be returned to the prep center, but
Okay.
then from the prep center, obviously you have to negotiate that with your prep center, yeah, and you need to tell them, look, if I'm going to use that as a return address, and
Yeah.
when a customer returns a product, it's going to go to the prep center, and from there you should be
Yeah.
able to sell it on eBay or another platform, because otherwise your return products will get lost. And but yes, it is possible. That's actually, I plan to do something like that. It is possible to run this business from another country.
Yeah.
I don't see a reason why not, as long as you fulfill your duties as a business and you send your tax returns and all that stuff. When you do everything that you have to do, and you have a registered company and you have a return address and all that stuff, I don't see a reason why you wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah, like for example, like if I go for holidays for 3, 4 months or something, and I want to do online arbitrage because over here I'm not touching any products either. If I'm staying in UK and doing online arbitrage, I'm just giving the address of prep center and from prep center to the Amazon warehouse.
Yeah,
So even sitting here, I'm not touching the product. So if I go on holidays on some other country, I
yeah,
can do the same thing, isn't it?
absolutely. Yes, you can. Yeah, you can do that from another country. Obviously, all you need to sort out your logistics and your your company stuff, your tax things. And if you do that, there is no reason why you wouldn't be able to do that, because either way you won't be touching the products if you're using a
Yeah,
prep center. So you can easily do that from India or anywhere in the world.
any other country. Yeah. Okay, that's great. That's great. Okay. What else I need to ask you? And in a day, how many, as a beginner of doing online arbitrage, how do you reckon how many deals I should take for one day, for each day?
Well, it all depends from your capital, really. So if you've got, I mean, the more deals you buy, the higher chances are of you actually making money. So if you have the money, then spend as much as you can, because the more money you spend, the more money you will make, basically.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
if you're on a budget or something, I don't know, maybe I don't know. Um, Even if you buy just 2 or 3 deals, 2 or 3 units each, uh,
yeah,
a day, that will be
yeah,
like 20, 30 units a week, which is all right, I guess. So yeah, the more money you spend, the more money you will make. um,
right.
and I always suggest to people that this business model um, is capital heavy. You need to have capital, because you can't, let's say, have £1,000, spend them in a week,
Yeah,
and then wait for those £1,000 to be returned, because first of all, you don't know when they're gonna sell, and
mm-hmm.
second
Yeah,
of all, Amazon pays every 2 weeks, so it's not like you make a sale and you can take the money. You can't. You need to wait for your payment day, which is every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks is when Amazon actually sends money. So
yeah,
you need to use a calendar and
yeah,
and calculate everything on that calendar. For example, let's say you've got £1,000 starting capital, and
mm-hmm.
you calculate everything, like you shouldn't run out of money
Yeah,
until the next payment day. So obviously, if you're an adult, you're already doing that with your a normal job. So
yeah,
you just use the same system and make sure you don't run out of capital, and
yeah.
you also make sure that every time when new money comes in, you're ready to spend some of them straight away. So yeah.
So in other terms, like we need to be organized with the expenses and everything. We need to be really organized.
Absolutely. So the whole game, the whole online arbitrage thing, the selling on Amazon, doing arbitrage, doesn't matter if it's retail or online or whatever, is a spreadsheet game.
Yeah,
So it's all spreadsheets. If you're well organized with spreadsheets and you can keep an eye on all, it's just numbers, and you keep an eye on all those numbers, then you have a high chance of success. And but if you're not well organized, then you will struggle with calculating profit. You will struggle with actually knowing how much money you've got inside Amazon. But that's when you start spending a bit more, yeah. And
yeah,
you'll be
yeah,
like, you'll start wondering how much money you actually have got in inventory and all that stuff. And there are softwares that calculate profit and all of that stuff, and I have used quite a few of
right.
them, but I don't think they're accurate. They're not accurate enough, and it's just you gotta do it yourself.
Okay.
You need to calculate your
Yeah,
profit.
just do it with yourself because you can be more precise other than, other softwares or something. So,
Um, well, not exactly. It's just those softwares, they don't calculate profit accurately, and the ones that
mm-hmm.
I have used, and And that's why I've tried quite a few of them. Most of the softwares for Amazon sellers are actually for private label sellers, people with importing from China and all that stuff. And those softwares don't work for online arbitrage sellers, because online arbitrage is very, very different. There are a lot of, you buy so many different products and they all sell for so many different prices, and all those softwares, they can't handle that. And
Yeah.
so you gotta do it yourself. I think you have to, at least.
Okay. Okay. And I want to ask you one more thing. Like, do I need to buy the software called Buyboat Pro, or there is another one? Do they help, or I can do without them as well?
So Buybot Pro is probably the tool that I would recommend actually the most, because with Buybot Pro is product analyzer. So when you find a deal, yeah, you find a good deal, you need Buybot Pro to analyze it, so it can tell you, because there are a lot of fees that Amazon actually doesn't tell you about. Like, for example, VAT on their FBA fees. So on FBA fees, you pay extra VAT on that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Absolutely. Yeah. That's right.
and Buybot Pro calculates all of that. It's not that expensive. I think it's worth it. Buybot Pro also tells you something different. It tells you what your break-even point is. So the way I use Buybot Pro is I add my overheads. Yeah. So let's say every single product I add £5 on it, just to make sure
Okay.
that this product is going to pay for the sourcing, for Buybot Pro, and for all my expenses. And I add £5 on it, and Buybot Pro tells me what price
Yeah.
do I need to sell the product for, so I don't lose money on it. And I take this break-even price and I enter it as my minimum price inside my repricer. Okay, and with the
Okay.
with the repricer is very important, and you can use Amazon's free repricer. Okay, there is a video inside the
Yeah.
membership where I show you how to use it. So
I've
yeah,
seen your
you've seen the
prices.
video. All right, cool.
Great price.
So basically, what that does is I can lower my price to the very minimum automatically without losing money. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the bottom, the minimum price I'm gonna sell a product is the minimum price that Buybot Pro tells me to sell it for.
Okay. All
Okay.
right. Okay.
So that's what
Okay.
I use. I use Buybot Pro to analyze products and to help me with my pricing of the products. Yeah. And I like it. It's not that expensive. It's 20-30 quid, I think. So
I think 30 or 35 maybe, 35 pounds or something.
yeah,
35, if
but
I'm not wrong.
if you're just starting out, you
Yeah.
can avoid using Buybot Pro as well. It saves a lot of time. It's great, but if you don't want to use it, you don't want to pay for it, you can do the calculations yourself using a spreadsheet again.
Yeah. Or I can use the Amazon Seller app, and I can
Oh
use
yes,
your
yes, yes.
FBA calculate, like
Yeah,
FBA calculate.
yeah, but that doesn't include your personal expenses.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so that's something to be aware of, just to make sure that you don't sell at a loss.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right. And what do you do? Do you use Keepa or Camel
I use
to
Keepa.
see the prices?
Yeah, I use Keepa.
Keep-
Keeper is great. Keeper basically tells you all the product history, all the price changes,
Yeah.
who holds the buy box, everything, absolutely everything. Keeper is a must. I don't use Camel. I haven't actually used it. Never. I mean, is it different than Keeper? It's the same, isn't it?
I think it's quite same. Yeah.
Yeah,
Quite
yeah.
similar.
So yeah, just install Keeper completely free of charge, and it's again one of the tools that you just simply must have, to be able to make a buying decision.
Yeah. Okay. And what other tools do you think, other than these tools, that we can use to enhance our sales?
Well, Repricer, Keeper, Buybot Pro, sourcing software, and
Mhm.
and that's it really. And a prep center. That's everything that I use.
Perhaps.
Yeah, that's everything that I
Yeah.
use. Um, and that's it basically. You don't need anything else. You don't need maybe a profit calculation, but that's when you obviously when you start selling a bit more. But but I don't think you need anything else. You can start with just Keeper and a sourcing software.
All right. Okay.
And,
Sourcing software keeper.
yeah, and a prep center, obviously, if you want to use a prep center. But depending from your
Yeah.
capital, if you're just starting out, I would actually recommend you to prep the stuff yourself so you can learn how it needs to be prepped, so you can see what prepping is. And then
Yeah.
as soon as you do a few shipments yourself, you can start using a prep center because prepping the products yourself is actually a waste of time, really. But if you plan to play the long game, you will have. It's always better to know how things needs to be done. And I used to prep the products myself in the beginning, and oh, it was so. It's really difficult. This is hard labor. This
Yeah.
is hard labor.
Also myself, 2 to 3 shipments I've sent to retail arbitrage.
Oh yeah, you
So
said yeah.
I've sent myself as
Oh,
well.
so you've done a few. Yeah. Well, then just start using a prep center as soon as possible. Then, because it's gonna save a lot of time. And using a prep center is what makes the business online really. Because if you don't use a prep center, the products are coming to your house. Then it's not an online business. It's
Labor,
yeah,
labor job.
it's hard labor. Yeah, it's difficult labor.
Labor. Yeah, that's right. Okay, that's really a good piece of information you've given me today.
No problem.
Uh, it's really good, yeah. So, anything you want us to suggest from your side?
Well,
I told me so many things, but
yeah.
anything?
So basically, I don't know what else to say. That's pretty much it. So the whole online arbitrage thing is pretty straightforward. It's simple.
Yeah.
Now the only problem is that regardless of what software you use, yeah, even if you use all of them, the deals that you find using a software are found by other people as well. Okay,
Yeah,
so
that's right.
quite often it will happen the following scenario: you find a good deal on a software, you buy it, and until it reaches Amazon, there are 10 more sellers that have found the same deal.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, so that makes it competitive. It's really competitive. If you mix, but that doesn't mean that you're gonna lose money on the deal. That doesn't mean you're gonna lose money. But you've got two options: to wait or to sell at no profit or at minimal profit or something like that.
Yeah.
But if you mix that with retail arbitrage, which you already do, retail arbitrage has higher margins, and the deals that you find in your local store, wherever you live, is
Yeah.
the deals that just you found. Nobody else will find the same deals because
Absolutely.
they're in your local store. So the whole thing is to have a good inventory composition. All right. So, for example, you buy some deals online using Source Mogul, for example. Then you
Yeah.
saw some deals from your local retailers doing retail arbitrage. Then every single day you spend some time in contacting different wholesalers and suppliers in the UK, and you're like, "Hi, my name is whatever your name is," and then I run a small company and that kind of stuff. And you basically tell them that you're looking for wholesalers and people to do business with. And some of those wholesalers will reply back and say, "Yeah, that's fine. Check our price list." And you need to spend a lot. You need to do what other people don't do so you can find better deals. Because if you do what everybody does, like buying stuff from SourceMogul or any other software, then most likely you're not going to make that much money because everybody else is doing the same thing. So if you do things differently than everybody else, your chances of success are higher. And there are amazing deals out there that if you find them, you can sell huge profit margins. But it is rare, and I don't do much of an online arbitrage, and I don't actually spend as much time as I should on this online arbitrage business, but I'm trying to do something different. But anyway, there are cases where I have found deals where you make 50-60 pounds a sale, and the product is selling like hot, like 50 sales a month. There are no other sellers. I'm going to position myself there and make a lot of money just from one product. So it all depends from your work ethic at the end of the day, because if you do what everybody else does, then you're going to get mediocre results.
But the competition and the price war,
yeah,
everybody.
But if you do things differently, and if you spend more time on sourcing products than your competitors, then you're going to make more money than your competitors in most cases. So yeah, that's what the game is about, and you just need to spend a lot of time on sourcing products. If you do that online using sourcing softwares, then the same deal will be found by many other people. But if you mix that with retail arbitrage, with wholesale, and with different types of finding products that not that many people will find, then your chances of success are much higher.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Thank you so much.
No problem.
So that's all my questions answered today.
Superb. Okay, so is there anything else you want to ask? Oh, that's it.
No, right now it's all fine. Yeah. I've got
Superb. Okay, I wish to thank you for joining in today. And
thank you so much.
If there's anything, if you have any questions, just message me or just post inside the group, and I'm gonna answer there. Yeah.
All right. So can I message you in that Facebook Messenger?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, just whatever. Just message me if you have any other questions, and I'll reply back. Make sure you check that membership, because most of the questions are already answered inside the course. I'm gonna create a new video for the course, which will be called Inventory Composition, but I'm gonna do that in the next few days. So yeah, thanks for joining in today, and I'll talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Cheers. Bye bye.